Addressing homelessness is complex and can be controversial. The landscape is difficult and sometimes dangerous. But South Florida has rolled out a revolutionary effort, delivering medicine and some would say miracles to the chronically homeless, who without this special attention might never find their way to shelter. But that's exactly where we find them in part 2 of Mobile Street Medics. His home could have been mistaken for garbage, a cardboard box an elderly, frail gentleman trusted would provide him shelter.
Michele.
But after months of nudging, encouragement from a unique mobile medical rescue and homeless outreach team, this cold February morning, a man at the center of concern agrees to let them help him get off the street and into shelter.
He's interested in going to detox, which isn't something that happens every day, because a lot of times somebody will they'll just tell you, no, get the hell out of here, leave me alone, I don't want to deal with you today.
Adrian Mesa, nurse practitioner with Camilla's House. So it's a good day that he wants to go to detox.
So we definitely want to capitalize on a moment where somebody is willing to come into treatment. Yeah.
And this is that moment.
This is that moment.
He will first head to detox on the road to the Camilla's House shelter. For the Lazarus Project, morning rounds of dispersing medicine and critical psychotropic drugs move from the streets of Miami to Camilla's House, where the continuum of care touches dozens of lives each daybreak. This, the next step from homelessness to shelter to someday independent housing. But it can be a bumpy ride.
I refuse to lose, man. I'm not taking a damn shot.
Treating the chronically homeless, the majority of which are suffering from mental illness, according to data here in South Florida, it often takes months for medications to start working. We're told they are working for Alex. Lazaro Triba, team supervisor. How do you feel that you know when you open that door that he's going to be on the other side of it?
For me, this is such a great feeling seeing these guys. I've been doing this a long time. Some will get a cardboard and some blankets and make themselves a bed. Guys like Alex, he will curl up like a dog in a fetal position and just sleep on the bare concrete. And it will break my heart to see that, and now I see him in a bed, he's comfortable, he takes a shower, he cleans up, and it's like...
And he can make decisions.
He can make decisions.
When meds and treatment work, the impact can reveal blossoming talent. Formerly living on Miami streets, an artist who suffered from mental illness shows us his reclaimed world. Si tú no pintar, tu muerte.
Claro. There's a guy that was in downtown.
And weeks after graduating from detox, who did we find still in shelter? That elderly man from the cardboard box. The transition from street to shelter is dramatic. Medical assistant Aldo Felites, he carries photos of clients, images of his first encounters in Miami, the difference cutting someone's nails can make in restoring their sense of dignity.
Don't be shy, thank you.
But perhaps the best face of success is John, who says he's so grateful for transitioning from the streets to living in shelter and now holding down a construction job.
For so many years, I have a problem with my disease. It's a bipolar. I came to Camilla's house. It's been a blessing to me. My medication is excellent.
But it's a never-ending and increasingly more difficult job. As downtown Miami real estate skyrockets, the literal real estate left for those who call the streets their home shrinks.
Good that the community is growing and our downtown is finally arriving at where people really want it to be. And I think it's important that we attack the issues of homelessness in a different manner.
Alice Robertson is executive director of the Miami Downtown Development Authority.
The business community cannot sweep homelessness under the rug.
Approaches to fighting chronic homelessness are not without controversy. The so-called homeless poop map, tracing a trail of human feces across the Magic City, made national coverage. It was sponsored by the Downtown Development Authority, which funds a roving mobile toilet that isn't welcomed by all in the homeless movement.
We didn't do the poop map for general consumption. We did the poop map to identify where the problem is and where we should locate the bathrooms. And unfortunately got leaked to the press and it went viral.
Do you think the bathrooms are successes?
Yes, we had an initial 57% reduction in the amount of fecal matter we found on the street. But it's also a success in another way, that it's the human dignity of providing a place where somebody can go to the bathroom and they can have privacy.
Striking a balance of ultimately bringing care to the streets with a goal of linking the chronic homeless with full-time shelter and ultimately independent living is not simple. But in Miami, those on the front lines say it is not ignored. The Lazarus Project was the initial brainchild of Supervisor Lazarus Trueba, but it has taken a village to put the idea into practice. A consortium of help and dollars from Camilla's House, Camilla's Health, the Miami Coalition for Homelessness, and the Homeless Trust. Michele Gillen, CBS 4 News.